Okay, so now I'm back for part 2. So in the last video you saw how I attached the peacock moss to my piece of driftwood, and now I'm going to put it in the tank and position it, and then you can see what it looks like. So I went ahead off camera and attached my narrow leaf java fern with some super glue, and I took out my regular java fern because it was in the way, and I'm going to reposition it later. So you can see that there's kind of a little indent in the corner. It's kind of goes right there. There's like an indent. I put the piece of driftwood in there, and I kind of found the position I wanted to put it a little bit. So now I'm gonna put it in for good and put it in its permanent spot. So first I'm going to show you what I did. I took some super glue and I attached the narrow leaf java fern. I just put a dab on the back of those roots. They're actually I can't think of the word. There's cotton thread wrapped around them, and I'm surprised because that's the way they were when I pulled them out of the tube from PetSmart. So that's kind of nice that they held them together. And then that one is just in a little divot in the driftwood sticking up from behind. So when you look at it, hopefully it'll look like that. So now I'm going to put it in. Sorry that I can't leave the light on the tank because I can't get this piece of driftwood in here and reach my hand in there without hitting the light. So hopefully this narrow leaf java fern doesn't fall off. I had to take some water out actually so I didn't overflow it. I think it's touching the bottom, so this piece is actually the perfect size for this tank because the top is actually on the surface of the water right now, and I still have a little bit more water to add, and hopefully that'll top it off and cover up the top. So you can kind of see what it looks like now with the light off. I'm just going to take a flashlight for my benefit and try and just like finish off around the bottom edge and make it look nice. Unfortunately, you can kind of, I don't know if you can actually see, but I used almost too much super glue on the bottom of that java fern. You can see the whitish part up towards the bottom. You always want to be careful when you're using super glue because it turns from clear to opaque when you submerge it. So be wary about how much you use. Now I have my regular java fern that I have super glued onto this rock, and I think I'm going to put that right underneath where the light is shining. Hopefully it doesn't fall off the driftwood again because I had to reattach it. And I'm just going to kind of try and camouflage the rock it's tied to, but make sure you don't accidentally bury the rhizome. And now I'm just going to grab this cryptoparva that decided to unbury itself. I'm actually really glad that I saved this little plant, because when I redid my 20-gallon, as you guys know, I was thinking about getting rid of it altogether, and now I'm glad that I didn't, because I've actually seen a few new leaves since I put it in here on each of the 4 plants. You know what, I'm actually going to rearrange this a little bit more. I know I'm going to turn the light on in a little bit. I'm anxious to. Wow, that Anubias Nana Petite grew a lot. I think this has been in here for like a week, maybe 2. I'm actually surprised at how well that grew. But I did, however, lose one of the lower leaves because it wasn't getting enough light. But you can see it's really dense in there. If this will focus. There's actually quite a few smaller leaves on the inside. But yeah, you can see some of those brown leaves. Hopefully if I put this under the driftwood, it won't die because it'll be in the shadow. I'm just actually going to plant this one with my hands. And with Anubias as well, make sure you don't bury the rhizome. I'm going to move one of these regular Anubias nanas over just a bit. I guess I should name this video Adding Driftwood in Rescape. Move this other one over just a little bit. And then I think I'll leave it like that. Now I'm going to put the light back on. You might remember my trick I told you when I first unboxed this. Lift up the end and then tighten the screw. And there you go. I'll try to avoid any glare from the window. So there it is. I think it looks amazing. That air stone behind the driftwood is only temporary. I'm still trying to figure out how I can keep the film off the surface of this tank. I thought I had it down. I have the pump all the way up with a sponge over the end, and I thought it gave enough current to keep the film off the surface, but apparently it didn't. So I'm gonna keep trying to remedy that, and this air stone will only be in here temporarily, I hope at least. And hopefully these plants will start to grow in a little bit better, and this tank's gonna look amazing. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching part 1. So definitely subscribe. I always appreciate seeing emails about people subscribing to me. That number just keeps going up. And also go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. That's always very much appreciated. And go ahead and leave a comment, because I try and read and reply to all of them as soon as possible. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next time.